Lynch lives will be alive forever. Good morning, Mr. Simply, or 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 simply, there. Not Lynch, it's April 26, 2025, it's Saturday in Naples, via Kiat, semmeten cloudy, alternative with the clouds, and as you know, in this case, I see an adjective middle sky, because in fact, middle, because in fact you have at the same time the sun, it's a clear atmosphere sky, and at the same time the clouds, and there's also a wine, I think not cold, but not heavy, not too cold, but however this is neither cold or heavy, but in general this is wine, and it also perhaps hot wine, and it also seems Eastern, at the same time it also seems Eastern, it's early afternoon, practically there are 13 and 24, 66 and Fahrenheit 19, it means the soft in Siberia, if the background soft is classic agitated, spiegato subito, questa parte della seconda persona non è una piccolo simbolo cinese, così I'm sure, tvoje prosím, слушайте семитранс, могу после как ты пьешь, что очень месяц ветра не враг справа к срю, сорта ферми, да не носил тихо ловишь свобода, autumn summer, winter nel senso fa che for the autumn, as just for significative was adjective soft for the summer, adjective for the winter, adjective cold, so sono significative a classic adjective, a second degree, so for me also for me quella studio ecco please, three seems that we are in the first period, first part of the spring, first month of the spring, and particularly since really since April, since Friday, April 4, and in fact some time during the night, slightly colder in the part of the winter atmosphere, yes, at and I didn't try to remember nights of April like this in the past years, yes. I think this is the first time interesting for me, but I don't know if for other people. In general, for me, always so good. Instead of what's in the sky, atmosphere in general, I don't know. Today, I don't know if I can say the same thing as just following this. It's good, but not completely. In fact, can I briefly the summer things in this? Great afternoon, I think at 3:26, repeated just before. Because it's to fare nel Trentino, at l'important thing is atmosphere, it's anticipated. So before we do this, un 60 per 6 in general should see most perfect. Trista suppose fact sono da se ne ripete is in the sky clear some clouds some train to the quelli poteri si vede nel resto si vede che si vede se ci sono certi che si possono vedere con mostri clavi and also that material if the moment is not possibility so is no bisogna quanto magicians wizards so to say and if it's clear it's true clear well bad perhaps mettere contro bad way so is quindi numero 2 insomma figure che per fatto senza vedete se ti quota fra lì tu so fatti fluff effect it fact is what it is so to also di sicuro per piacere sono così visibilmente also dove si mette il mismo per me sentite di iniziato si può sapere se vedi che ci posso si vede tutto si gira mi posso si che si per me che si mette il iniziato si che si può sapere gente infatti non mi ricordo che non c'è si sono così e ci si tutto also si sta sapendo cosa di varie corretto per gesto le obblighi sulle nipote 13 and 24 but everything is sure si hanno detto insieme a me also lei forse non so a me so sì e che fa si usano mosse salute so she fix so shots da 30 biscuits da me combo so before biscuits between biscuits and cereals si parla di biscuits the cookies the kind of cookies with chocolate spoons for me guarda tu tra tutti in set in particular I would say ore di andare lì first one is about the milk fa così no shots e tonic and sit the coffee così tutto in squeak chocolate fa così in testa una short fragment via una short and we need also the fact that in the breakfast so about this sta spirito in particolare a me second thing is about the years fa che mi infilare il first siesta con a dai tendencies for me start in a piece of position because at the first piece of position me bam tendencies fa che yours because era superba Also, tomorrow I suppose if I not die, if I can know until tomorrow to Leppen, I will see.